Alright, Forest fans, Max Newton here on Talk Forest TV, giving you a quick review of Nottingham Forest 2, West Ham 1. Hit that like and subscribe button, comment and let us know what you think. Great 3 points, great away win. First time we've won away at West Ham for donkey's years. Double over West Ham. Forest back to looking like a proper Forest team that we've been used to seeing all season, in my opinion. It's an interesting lineup, obviously without wingers and with Wood and Elanga up front. But it's a lineup that I'm starting to enjoy. I'm starting to like. I think Sangare is doing a great job in that holding and playing the ball around, spraying the ball around role. I think he's doing a really good job, and he's played himself into the team and he's kept that shirt on good form. And I think he had another good game today, to be honest. He controlled the game and he allowed the players ahead of him, like Morgan Gibbs-White, Elliot Anderson, and obviously Elanga, to really play. So yeah, it was a game where West Ham, excuse me, came out of the blocks, had a good bit of early pressure, magnificent save from Matt Sells early doors, but then we really turned the screw on West Ham. I think really, we had the hammer and we're nailing the final nails into their manager's coffin and into their pretty dismal season, and looked like there was going to be no bubbles whatsoever. Morgan Gibbs-White had a great effort, brilliantly saved by their keeper. Chris Wood hit the post. We were passing it around lovely. It looked like every time we went forward we were going to score. And then so some really nice football, I think, being played all over the park throughout the game. Throughout the game, we played really nice football, some one-touch passing, and some, keeping control of the ball and looking after the ball much better than we have been in recent games, and really sort of dispelling the myth that we're totally sit back and try and spring on the break, and that's the only way we can play sort of side. Our possession was still down. That's probably down to the last 15 minutes, to be honest, and most of the game, because I thought we really controlled the game after the first 5 minutes. I've been hoping for a goalkeeping blunder for a while, because we don't seem to have any against us apart from when Emi Martinez plays at the City Ground. Excuse me. And a terrible pass from their keeper, Morgan Gibbs-White, read it really well. Busted the gut to get there, controlled it and slammed it into the goal, 1-0, and fantastic to see the celebrations, giving a big shout out to big Taiwo Wandi with the shirt, and they all came on training in Taiwo shirts at the start of the game, which was brilliant to see. And from that point on, I thought Forest pretty dominated the first half. Looked really good. West Ham huffed and they puffed a bit, but we defended really well. And we started to really enjoy ourselves, I think, for the rest of the first half and into the second half. Looked like we probably needed a second goal in the second half. I think West Ham made a few changes to the way they were set up and started to come into the game a bit more. But then a brilliant free kick from Anthony Elanga. His free kicks have been getting better and better all season. And, great. Well, it looked like it was a stooping header flick from Milenkovic, but actually came off his back. Excuse me. How it takes VAR 6 minutes. If it takes VAR 6 minutes to make an offside call when we've got supposedly automated VAR, and they're making decisions like they made yesterday to not send off Dean Henderson in the FA Cup final, then clearly the technology isn't up to scratch and VAR's not up to scratch, and it's not worth carrying on with. Fans in the stadium, not a clue what's going on. Apparently, some technical error at Stockley Park. So what? Do you think we might have perhaps brought in the wrong automated offside mechanism technology? Because we've got one different to everybody else in the world. That's why it's taken so long to introduce it here. And I'll bet you bottom dollar that's why it's not working properly. It's absolute farce. Absolute farce. So they were back to trying to draw the lines. They're trying to figure out that Dominguez was offside when, he's ducking away from the ball. He's not trying to play the ball. Absolute joke. 6 and odd minutes before they quite rightly ruled that there's nothing wrong with it. Could have made that decision in 20 seconds, absolute joke. And then Forest I thought we played really well after that. We really enjoyed ourselves, one-touch football. Looked like that was it. Made the subs, and I was messaged our WhatsApp group. I thought we perhaps made those subs a bit early because there's going to be at least 10, 12 minutes of extra time, of injury time added onto this game. And so I took off, obviously Word and Sangare, not Word, sorry, Morgan Gibbs-White and Sangare, and brought on Morato. And I thought it's a bit early for taking off Morgan Gibbs-White because everything does go through Morgan Gibbs-White, and he's a quality player. So I thought a bit early to make that substitution. And Morato, poor header. He's had a difficult second half to the season, or final quarter of the season, I'd say, Morato, and so he needs to up his game a little bit, and we might be looking to bring in superior centre back cover from Murillo and Milenkovic, I think, in the summer. So poor header back into trouble, but brilliant touch and flick from Bowen, and even better volley into the top corner. And then it was a bit nervy, but I thought we managed the game really, really well. I thought Nico Williams outstanding. Danilo did a good job when he was on. Jota did a great job when he was on. And we did a really good job. Elanga running the ball and drawing fouls and running the ball into the box and winning corners. There was one brilliant save for Matt Sells to make, but apart from that, I thought we managed it really, really well. 16 minutes injury time at the end because the referee decided to make a name for himself by booking about 12 players in that skirmish at the end. Don't know what was going on there. Maybe his mum forgot to pack his cheese and beetroot cobs, and that's why he had a bit of a cob on for the rest of the game. Great performance. I thought my man of the match. I thought Morgan Gibbs-White was exceptional. I thought Sangare was brilliant. I thought Elliot Anderson was brilliant. I thought Milenkovic and Murillo was superb. I'd probably give it to Nico Williams because he's defending brilliantly against really difficult opposition sometimes, and but also drives us up that pitch superbly. So my man of the match, Nico Williams. We go into the final game of the season. We could get Conference League, we could get Europa League, we could get Champions League. What we do know is we're in European competition of some sort, and we've had an absolutely magnificent season beyond our wildest dreams. So let's celebrate it next week. Come on, you Reds. You Reds!